Been a while, but we're back in the garage. It's hot out here today. Tell you the temp. It's the humidity that's the killer. So we got 89 and looks like 75% humidity. So today's been sucking ass. So we'll just wait here for a moment. Let me see here. Bring this all up. It's three of us. Not too many of us this right now. So I was talking with Joe. Joe's sitting there rattling, going, "Are you gonna do a live stream? You gonna do a live stream?" So we're doing a live stream. I've been wanting to. The big thing that's been going on has just been it's been hot, and then I've been working a lot of OT, so I haven't had, between the Patreon that I do on Wednesdays, it's kind of tough. So last time we were playing with the Targa area, I was finishing off the cobblestone that goes up the side, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Went ahead and finished that up. It's all scribed in the Evercoat glaze coat body filler. So what I need to do now is I need to go ahead and paint this portion of the track. But I've also got to blend it into other areas, so it's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to need to keep my base colors the same on the facts, so it blends out a little bit easier. What I've been using for that, I'm not going to do the full process with rattle can, but I am going to use the primer for the base, just so I have that base coat down. Then I'm going to have to whip out the airbrush, and we'll start doing the shading and the effects with the airbrush. So a little bit different than what normally I do with this. Plus the other thing is with the cobbles and stuff like that, and I'll show you, there's some effects that I'm going to have to do that I just can't do with a rattle can. It's going to have to be done with an airbrush. So let me go ahead and I will I'll show you where I'm at. I've been in here for the last, I don't know, Joe knows. Been in here for a while. I've been cleaning up everything else, and I had to get everything kind of prepped up to this point, because last thing you wanted to see is me sanding and taping, and yeah, you don't want to do that. So let me go ahead and I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you guys what's going on. So let's see here. We got to double tap that. There we go. Oh, come on. Single tap now. Okay. There we go. All right. So what we got is the okay. So I'm pretty much going to spray from the squeeze all the way down through. I've got to spray down into the tunnel. All that body filler's got to be covered up. You can see I had some masking around the edge, so I don't overspray up into the scenery. And I'm going to bring it down over here and kind of blend it out. The cobbles that I did in that body filler are pretty much, they're all carved through. So that's just the body filler, and then carving those all down, and they go all the way down there. So there's a few feet there. I think that's, well, yeah, that was what, that 3.5 feet, 4 feet. So yeah, it took a while to do. A lot of little scribes. So what we're gonna do is we'll set this here, and we'll try to get this such a way. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and use the rattle can for the base coat, and then while that's drying, I'll go ahead and get my airbrush out and my compressor and we'll come in and start doing the effects. So let's see here. I think if I do that. So give this a shake. Actually, I've got to turn this off on my fan. Actually, if I just point it up. Yeah, because I don't need that blown over spray into anything. Okay. Just lay this down. Okay. Looks okay. This is going to be a tricky part. Alright, let's see here. Smooth you guys a little bit. How's that? Let's get you over here. I think, yeah, there's clearance there. Alright, so I'm going to get this corner. Okay. Now, let's see here. Get down in here. It's going to be the one, let's see, which I can do with the camera. Try not to break anything. Go. I got my base color down. It should work. I think. Yeah, I might spray a little bit more in this back corner. But otherwise, got that all down. Got those cobbles. Here. What's this? I don't like that. Let me grab some. Get this a little bit. Okay. There. That's better. There was a big goober right there that I missed. So, got that down. Got this all. You can tell it's the track blended into the scenery. So, yeah, fun stuff, huh? All right, let me go ahead and get this back corner right in here. I'm gonna get this a little bit more. Okay. All right. Should be. Yeah, hit this. All right, let me go get my, it's going to take a little bit for this to dry. So let me get my airbrush and compressor and get it back here up on the table. And we will go from there. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'll be right back. Tree. Oh, tree color. Okay. And this is just a Harbor Freight special. Yeah, you would think, well, I got rid of all my expensive airbrushes years ago. I didn't think I would be ever using them again. But Harbor Freight airbrush and stuff like that, if it's, you can make the stuff work. Not saying it's the best in the world. It isn't. But you can make it work. So let me go ahead and plug this in over here. Oh. There. We got that. Get some paints out. You know, I didn't charge my other tablet, did I? Okay. So this is drying. It's getting there. Cool thing is bring this over here. And let's see here. Okay, so I use obviously scale electric track, right? Main thing has to do with footprint when I first started building this layout. But I've got actually classic and sport right here, and it's kind of cool because if you look at this, I don't know if it shows up very good. A little bit, but you can see how much coarser this is. It kind of looks blotchy in the... It's not blotchy in real life, guys. Believe me. But yeah, it's kind of cool because the different coarseness between the two. So it almost looks like it's been repaved in a way. So that's kind of cool. And I'm kind of looking at it. Yeah. And one of the other things with body filler and stuff like that, you can sand it out where it's really smooth, or you can go ahead and leave it a little bit rough, which gives it, and I put the air pump, let's see here, I'm gonna have to get something to drink. Okay. we get over here. I left it a little bit rough in this area. And what it's doing, if you look at it, it's giving kind of a little bit of potholes and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So, it's a different medium that you can play with on stuff to give it, you know, a different effect. So, yeah, kind of rough it up a little bit. I didn't want the road to look real pristine or anything else. I wanted this back road to kind of represent, you know, what it looked like back in the day. Today, I've seen pictures of it, what it looks like now, and it's a far cry compared to what it once was. It was a pretty rough area back in the 60s and 70s for sure. Okay. All right. I'm going to get a bottle of water. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, I'm back. Oh, gotta love water. All right. Where was I? Checking this out. All right, now let's see here. How am I gonna do this? No, do that. Okay. I'm going to photos. Lots of different photos. I thought I had photos of this. Nope. Okay, so we'll go here. Google. Come on, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just. All right. Today. Oh, you guys are still up. Yep, you're still up. Good. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a look at. Come on. Targa. For fuck's sake. Come on. Alright. Images. Alright. Now. Wow. This thing's going slow. What we got here. So I can't see my chat now. What we got is you can see our road surface. The regular road surface it's going to be fairly basic. It's just going to be the black and the white with the speckle to make, to give that. Maybe you put a little bit of a racing line in and some rubber down. But around the edges here, we've got some debris, a little bit of grays and stuff as far as to duplicate some of the dust and the dirt that's on the edge on the edges down here. So that's where I'm going to come in with the airbrush. Go ahead and do this shading around the sides. Um, this heavy dirt, I don't know. I can do this a little bit with paint. To try to come in with any type of flock or anything that close to this on an outside of a corner, probably not a good idea. But we can give a little bit of that effect with a little bit of some browns and stuff like that to get that. But let's see here. So we're going to have some beige, a little bit of grays to play with this. I'll bring up different photo. I think the humidity just climbed. It's sprinkling outside, so I'm sure the humidity's climbing to 100% in here now. Because I am sweating. Whew. See if I can get a better picture. What's this one? Let's bring it down. Nope. See my other tablet. I have the photos in my other tablet. There, that's a good photo. Well, wait a minute. That's not the photo. Okay, here we go. Come on. There. Okay, so here we go. We got a little bit of repaving. That's like it's a nine. What was that? No, a 912 Porsche. It's a 911 right before the 911. So we got a little bit of patchwork in here with blacktop. So on the exit of the corner, looks like there might be a little bit in the middle. So you can bring this guy up to today. There it goes. Oh, come on. Where are you? There. So yeah, we've got a little bit of playing around there. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna worry about the patchwork right now on the road. Why is it every time try to do certain stuff? Bring this up again. Okay. Huh. That might be a good. Come on. Please. There we go. All right. Here we go. So we got a little bit of patchwork here. I know there's a little bit of patchwork outside there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, set this here. I'm going to use my pencil. I'm going to lay this down. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, there. Wow, imagine that, Boone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we got this photo, and you guys can't even see the photo now. Get that out here. You see there's cobbles on the inside of this as well. So I have the cobbles on the outside. I'll have cobbles all the way on the inside too once I start tackling the inside of this corner, which is going to be a, a trip. What I'm doing now is I'm just giving myself a little bit of cheating here. I'll utilize that line. Come off here. Come off. And I'm just putting in some reference points for myself. And you can barely see those. Okay, so there's that. There's graffiti on this corner too. Come on. Any other? There's a lot of patchwork. Lots and lots and lots. And here, more images. Always referring to images. And that's on the exit. Yeah, and then here, so again, this corner changed so much in short span. Here's one with it freshly paved, and that's what? It's a 70s 911. So this is probably right towards the end. I don't know what year. But yeah, and there it's all freshly repaved with blacktop. But I kind of like the patchwork better. It has a little bit more character to it. So, let me see here. Let me give up on this. Let's go back here. Again, you guys, I'm just kind of waiting for this to dry up a little bit more before I start attacking it. So take the opportunity to kind of take in some photos. Sorry I didn't have my other tablet charged up. Right here. Okay, so there's patchwork coming off of in here. So we can give it some. That's just a swath. Okay, and then I think the other one. Let's give one there. Yeah, okay. Looks good. Alright, let's go back to YouTube so I can see you guys on the chat. Okay. Come on. All right. I think this tablet's about had it. I've really abused it. Okay, let's see here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go grab some paints. I'm thinking how I want to attack this. A couple different ways I can do it, actually. Yeah, let's see here. Alright. Cobwebs. What's this? Brown. Beige. Here. Earth. White. Black. Here. Indian. Okay, we're not going to use that. We need the cup. Alright, we got cups, we got that, we need this, we need that, we need water. And alright. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down our patchwork. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use a black and the white. Make kind of a darker shade of gray. Just wipe this out real quick. Okay, there's that. Got this. Where did I put the airbrush? Yep, Harbor Freight Special, guys. It's funny too, because I had a bunch of really nice Awadas. And I sold them all. If I would have known how much they are today, I wouldn't have sold them. That's for damn sure. Okay, we got here black. White. See where we end up. More white. A little bit more. I'm Still a little tad bit darker than I want to be. Okay. That'll work. These guys over here. Speckling everything. I over reduce it a little bit because I want to be able to ease my way into it. I don't want to go ahead and be so powerful right off the bat. And she's clogged. Come on, you booger butt. Of course it's gonna act up on me, huh? Oh. Okay, when all else fails, get a different airbrush. Alright, be right back. Come on. Okay. Throw some water through this. Don't worry about that right now. Just gonna go ahead and turn down my pressures real quick. There. And that cap. Okay. I have not used this gun before, so I'm not very familiar with it. Let's see what we got here. All right. Now, Try not to make a mess. It's different. Okay. And we got this. Again, this is the first coat. I'm just kind of you turn down this air. There we go. A bit of a hard edge. Sorry, I'm zoning out, guys. Turn my air down so I can control the overspray a little bit more off the side of this. Might be running low. Yeah. Some interesting airbrush. Never used one of these before. Okay, I'll go back over here. I'm actually gonna, where's the tape? Just to have a little bit stronger edge to it. Just using low tack masking tape. Okay. Just gonna shade the outside of this. Just a wee bit. Gonna have to redo my curb, that's for sure. Still there. I need some more of this color. Okay. making a mess. Actually, it had color in it. Put this over there. Ugh. All right, I gotta come in here. Just kind of highlighting the edges just a little bit to give it a little bit of definition. Want to come in here a little bit more. There we go. And we want to do more. Maybe up in here, just because. Legs are sore. Oh, back is sore. Okay, now I'm going to come in with just some black. And then I'll come in with white. And then we'll work on the edges as far as dirt. And that should be enough to be dangerous with. So let me go ahead and I'll clear this out real quick. Let's get that out of the way. Where's that black? Where's the black? I gotta find the happy spot with this now. Okay. Turned up my air pressures a little bit. This thing came on. Oh, okay. Turn up my air pressures a little bit, so I want it to be a little bit more of. Let me move that. A bit more of a dry right to it. Didn't want it to do that. She spit. Bad girl. Okay. Put my foot in it. Oh. clean. Alright, there's that. Oh! Now, let's figure out an apex. Oh, come on. Don't be doing that. Oh, it's empty. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put in the racing line. So I'm going to bump this black a little bit stronger. A little bit too weak. Try this. See if this will get me in trouble. It's definitely thicker. Yes. You have to be careful with this. Okay. So. Alright. Oh. There's that. Let's come back into here. Define our patchwork a little bit. better. Got a racing line going. Now, let's come back in with some white. And then we'll come back in with some dark brown. Now I'm making a mess. Oh, never fails. Okay. Oh, why'd I do that? That wasn't good to do. I just spilt a bunch of water on the table. Oopsie. Just doing it right. Okay. There's that. Let's make some white. Get that out of the way. Cold white. Again, I'm going to over-reduce it. Keep on flicking onto it. Oh well. Ooh. Well, we're going to have to play with that. I have to come in and address that a little bit. We'll see what it looks like when it dries. That was good, but okay. Now, white. Play on the outside of stuff. Kind of use it like a highlight in a way. It's almost like dry brushing in a sense. You're just kind of giving a little bit more of a definition of stuff. You're giving things a little bit of a highlight. Oh. It's gonna go underneath you guys. Okay. There's that. Try not to get paint on my shoes. There's okay, now I'm going to come in with a darker brown. What's this? Flat Earth. That might actually work pretty good. What's this? Beige brown. Let's try this. It's called Flat Earth. The Flat Earther. Ooh, I kind of like that. All right. Oh, I need a nerve pill tonight. My back is killing me. Kind of looks like baby poop brown. Should work nicely. Let's get this stuff out of the way so I don't tip it over. All right. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to start back here in the corner. Cobblestones, I'll actually come in by hand and do those with a brush. So pretty much what I'm doing with this is just getting my grunginess around the edges. get this over here. Gotta move this. Sorry. Give you something different to look at real quick. Thing is, I'm gonna have to. I might as well do that now. I'm gonna have to do cobblestone on the inside part of the corner. So I might as well go ahead and shade it. At least try. God, I'm knocking everything over tonight, guys. Okay. Move this over here. It's starting to look a little bit better. Okay, there's that now. I'm gonna use, what was this? That was that flat brown. It's that beige. That was that earth. Okay. I'm gonna come in with a little bit darker brown now. I think it's darker. Yeah, it's darker. It's got a little bit more of a red tint to it. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. Do that. Ooh, yeah. It's got a lot of red in it. This will be interesting. Okay. Now, I'm just using a little bit of this. It's very strong. But with that last little bit of highlight in the edge. Okay, so there's that. Just a wee bit. Gonna have to do the graffiti on the road too, but I'm not gonna be able to do that until this stuff dries. Let's see here. There's that. Don't ever break your back. It's not a good thing. Stiff. Very stiff. And I'm going to use this on the inside portion of this. Because like I said, I actually have cobblestone that's going to go on the inside of this as well. So I might as well get the shading done while I can. Like that. Okay. Move him. Moving you guys everywhere. Okay. Let me get this side. Stepping on the track? Yes, I am. Let's see here. Apex is going here. I can bring a little bit of dirt out into it. Okay. Alright, I think I got it. I think so. I just gotta stretch my back for a sec. I'm all tangled up. Oh. Okay, let me stand back and look at this. Yeah, that looks better. Need some black. Need to fix the apex a little bit. Show you guys what I'm talking about. See that upper point right there? I don't like it. This looks good through there, comes up, but it's you see that area up on top, kind of peaked. So I got to bring that in a little bit. Maybe add a little bit more thickness over here. That looks good on the way out. But that needs to be fixed. So let me go ahead and load up some black, fix that. And I think that'll work. Yeah, that, I don't like it. So let's get some black in this thing. There. Give up using another water bottle. Making way too much of a mess with it. Stand back and look at that. It's better. Needs to be filled in there. Right here. We want to make streaks. Darker area in there. Like they hit their brakes a little bit. And the transfer of rubber. Okay. That's working. I'll just let everything, I don't want it dry so it'll tone down. And then we've got that graffiti that we still got to lay down, but I can't do any of that until that dries. But let me clean this real quick. But what we can do, just for giggles, oops. Gonna have to tear that one apart. I don't know. This first time I tried this with the trigger. Oh, that's kind of a weird. What the hell is that? Where did that thing come from? Oh, it's inside there. Like I'm really gonna be able to see through that. Okay. Let's see here. Set that down in there. Interesting tip. An interesting gun. I think airbrushing, I still prefer the top, but for shading and stuff, this is pretty cool actually. Get this cleaned out. Once I get this put together here. Okay. Let's get that over here. This one, yeah. I'm gonna have to tear that apart tonight. Okay. Can get this stuff out of the way so I don't make more of a mess. See all the water down here? Oh, spilling shit left and right, man. Okay. Water. Okay, now we got that. The only other thing to do is the cobblestone in the graffiti. You can't really do either one of those until everything dries. But what I can do move you guys over here. Turn this off. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we got that painted. Set this butt head into place. I'm tired of trying to work around this thing. Okay. It wires up the gazoo, guys. These guys there. Okay, I gotta I gotta look at this. Alright. Here's that. These guys, let's move this together. So, put him through. What did I hit? There's a bunch of boxes and everything else underneath the table. So there's that. This one is here. Come on. All the way through. There you go. And then this guy there. Yeah. In there. Come on. I have to go underneath there and pull down on those wires a little bit. Yeah, and I might have to put some, because I'm going to glue this into place. It's up a little bit over here, so it's definitely going to have to just probably a little bit of glue in here, a little bit there. I don't know, the back side. So I'll blend it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, that's why we do this stuff, right? So there she is. Hey, it's starting to look like a corner. Yay. It's taken a while. Still got a long ways to go. Let's see here. Let me get over here. Oh my gosh. But there it is. So you can see the cobblestone right there on the edge. So I'll get that all painted up. And that'll look good. Well, it looks good with that body filler. And some nice little brickwork with it. So got all that. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I might just, I don't know what I'm doing there at that. But we got that all the way into the corner. Got our shading there, a little bit of patchwork. And then a little bit of dirt around the building. This area I was down in here, you guys couldn't see what I was doing, but I was kind of shading back in there a little bit. So got all that, got that all blended together. It is still a little bit wet. You can feel it. But yeah, it's looks good there. Comes around. So yeah, definitely. Actually, let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull that tape. Put you guys back in the harness here. Hopefully I don't turn you off. Okay, there we go. Alright, put this over here. Alright, now let's pull these rail tape. Bam, there's that. Cool beans. Oh. So looks good, huh? Now, so what I need to do next is, well, we're gonna have to go back into scenery next. So we did our painting. And then, so next I'll have to come in, paint all these cobbles. We'll have to do the graffiti in the corner. There's some graffiti that's in this corner. I guess I could go ahead and do the hay bales and stuff, because there's hay bales that come through the corner up into the sidewalk over here. So we need to do that, got that, and then we need to blend in the scenery around this building. So on the front and rear. So I'll get that all blended in. Got to finish this little road. And then there's a tree that goes right here that I want to put in. But otherwise, yeah. And then once that is all complete, then I can start working on the area that I'm sitting. And I still am trying to figure that one out. But let's see here. Let me put you guys back up here. And I've been working on a garage for all my tools, so that's been keeping me busy too. All right, so there we go. Yeah. So the air, I saw somebody asked, what was it, Keith? You were asking what kind of airbrush this thing is. It is. I will show you. 'Cause I don't even know how you pronounce that. But it's that Gaah Lear. I have no idea. I don't know. But no, it's not bad. Little, it's for, I could see this if you're gonna be painting a car or something like that, slot car. It would work great for that. Definitely work good for that. Real fine detail stuff doesn't needle down quite enough for that, but for this type of stuff and whatnot, no, this is nice, and it's heavy too. So I mean, it's well built. It's smooth. A lot better than the POS. But what I need to do is just go out and get myself go get Iwatas again. But keep on buying more slot cars. But yeah, so I apologize that it's taken me it's taken a while to go ahead and do another live stream, and it's just been crazy doing stuff, and then the temperatures have been off the hook, so makes it kind of difficult to do it when I was doing it earlier in the day. Um, but tonight I went ahead, decided to do a little bit later, and if it didn't start sprinkling outside at 85 degrees, it wouldn't be that bad. But yeah, welcome to Texas. All right. So, with that, is there anything else anybody wants to play with or ask me or anything like that? Um, just curious. Sorry I twisted your arm. Yeah, Joe. Jeez. Nah, that's good. Joe keeps me honest. He texts me every once in a while. He's like, "Hey, you doing a live stream? Huh? Huh?" Kind of nudging me. Huh? You doing a live stream? So, no, I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks, man. But yeah. So next time we'll go ahead and start doing the finish off those cobblestones. It shouldn't take long because I pretty much go through with acrylic. Might put a little bit, some different colors here and there on them, and then it's pretty much a wash that I'll do over the top. So that's pretty much going to take care of itself. I got to figure out the end and then blend up the tree. I don't think I'm going to force you guys to watch me build a tree. that could that could get a little monotonous. Maybe if it's all done and then I just go ahead and do my flocking, maybe we'll do that. But um, yeah, I don't know about the other stuff. But once that is taken care of, and we get the graffiti down and stuff like that, then I have to start working on the inside of this corner. And I'm not looking forward to it. It's a big build because I got all those buildings I got to go ahead and do at one time. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. So, and then once that's done, I got to figure out. Yeah, there are a couple other things. Like I said, I'm doing another shop so I can move all my tools and everything else out of here. Devote this completely just to the slot cars, and the track might get bigger. I got the HO that's hanging up in the air, but I don't know. I might have to add a few more feet of track. Might have to. So we'll see what happens there. But otherwise, it's what? 8:30. We've been playing together for almost 2 hours. So with that, probably go ahead and wrap this thing all up. Thanks for all you guys that came out and we got to do a little bit of airbrushing. Yeah, and then like I said, once this thing dries, it's going to tone down, and it already is. It's starting to tone down. Yeah, and then we'll get that squared away. There's a bunch of little odds and ends I got to do in this corner. I'll show you something. Yeah, my brain is going. So, yeah, I got to turn you around. Okay. So we got that. Got the cobblestone to go ahead and paint. Blend that. do that service road. And then I've got to go ahead and assemble all this crap back up in there. There is a sign that goes right here. So I've got to go ahead and make that sign. There's a road sign that goes right here. Um, yeah, so I mean, there's still a long ways to go, and I'm only here. Only got the outside of this done, and the major build is where I'm sitting. That's the major build. So, mess. I cleaned up the mess just to make another mess. But yeah, so we did that and that, but the middle, that plywood is going to be pretty much all the way down to, what did I say? It's going to be right down into this area. So all the way up. So that's the next portion of it. And there's a garage that goes over here, and then we have the famous corner building, and then all these buildings down this one side. So, and they're good sized buildings. They're not, I mean, yeah, that was, but these are good sized buildings. So I got all that, and then once that's done, I still got to finish this area in here, and then yeah, look at the mess. Still have my main straight to do. I mean, there's still tons to do. I mean, because when I sliced this thing apart, I took that whole entire area over there off. So I'm having to rebuild that whole entire edge, but we're starting with the middle. So, and I still don't know. I'm almost thinking about doing, yeah, with the pit lane. I don't know. I might go with the Targa Florio pit lane, build it from scratch. So, uh, figure it all out. But otherwise, I gotta get some food in me and probably some more water. All right. But thanks for y'all for coming on out, and I will see you guys later. And then I gotta remember how to turn this thing off. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay. See you guys. Bye.